They say the company you keep says a lot about you. The same is true for countries. Pakistan's ties with North Korea are a case in point. I'll tell you how and why in a bit. But first, here's some context for you. On 6 January, North Korea tested a hypersonic missile. A hypersonic missile is one that can travel at more than 5 times the speed of sound, which makes it more difficult to track and shoot down. The test coincided with US Secretary of State Antony Blinken's visit to South Korea. North Korea released photographs that showed its leader Kim Jong-un watching the missile test along with his daughter. Pyongyang said the missile reached a top speed of Mach 12, that is 12 times the speed of sound. Now, North Korea already possesses missiles that can reach the US military base at Guam. But what's new is that 1. Pyongyang is combining its missiles with a hypersonic warhead to make them more potent. 2. It's using carbon fiber composite materials in the missile's engine section. Now, carbon fiber is lighter but stronger than other materials. And 3 similar tests conducted last year featured a new solid fuel design. Solid fuel missiles do not need to be fueled immediately before launch. They are easier and safer to operate and require less logistical support. They last longer than liquid fuel weapons. They fly at a low altitude and they can change direction mid-flight to evade detection. Kim hailed the missile test as a weapon against threats posed by hostile forces, code for US and its allies. Kim said the test showed to the West that it's ready to use any means to defend itself. The US and its allies predictably condemned the test. South Korea's acting President Choi Sang-mok said it posed a threat to security on the Korean peninsula. Japan's Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru said North Korea might be improving the missile technology with every subsequent test. And Blinken said the test underscores the importance of collaboration among the US, South Korea and Japan. But that's half the story told. What the US said about North Korea in the UN Security Council 2 days after the missile test on 8th January, which by the way was Kim's birthday, is what should worry the world, including India.
The DPRK is significantly benefiting from receiving Russian military equipment, technology, and experience, rendering it more capable of waging war against its neighbors. In turn, the DPRK will likely be eager to leverage these improvements to promote weapons sales and military training contracts globally.
Let me repeat that last bit. The DPRK will likely be eager to leverage these improvements to promote weapons sales and military training contracts globally. Now, India only knows too well about it. A recent report published by The Tribune newspaper said New Delhi would want to ensure that Pyongyang's new and bigger arsenal of hypersonic and short-range weapons does not have any place in Pakistan's offensive military thinking. The report said developments on the Korean peninsula are of greater strategic importance to India today than they were 4 years ago, because North Korea is a more emboldened military factor in East Asia now than it's ever been. The questions confronting India and the world are twofold. 1. Will North Korea take to arms exports in a big way? And 2. Will it sell to Pakistan? Let's rewind a little. According to the late B. Raman, who worked for India's spy agency, Pakistan's ties with North Korea date back to 1971, when Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, then foreign minister, visited Pyongyang and sought North Korean weapons to strengthen the Pakistani military in the face of a looming war with India. Bhutto also visited North Korea in 1976, this time as Pakistan's Prime Minister. In 1993, his daughter Benazir visited Pyongyang when she became Prime Minister. Benazir increased the scope of the agreement signed by her High Father to cover cooperation in nuclear and missile technologies, including 1. The training of Pakistani scientists and engineers in North Korea, 2. The training of North Korean scientists and engineers at the Pakistani uranium enrichment plant at Kahuta, and 3. The supply of missiles and related technology to Pakistan. A former US journalist, Mike Chinoy, described Benazir Bhutto's visit to North Korea as the critical first step in an accelerating pattern of cooperation between Pakistan and North Korea. The Carnegie Endowment for International Peace said Pakistani nuclear scientist A.Q. Khan made at least 13 visits to North Korea. Khan arranged a barter deal to exchange nuclear and missile technologies with North Korea. In 2004, Khan publicly confessed to transferring nuclear technology to North Korea between 1989 and 2000. According to the New York Times, North Korea obtained many of the designs for gas centrifuges and much of the machinery required to make highly enriched uranium from Pakistan. Highly enriched uranium is used for producing nuclear weapons. In return, North Korea gave ballistic missile parts to Pakistan in July 2002. It's important that you understand this timeline because it ties in perfectly with the development of North Korea's own nuclear weapons program. Remember, North Korea conducted its first nuclear test in 2006. So the Pakistani nuclear black market has had a role in North Korea turning nuclear. What you also need to understand and appreciate is why Pakistan behaves the way it does. Hussain Haqqani, a former advisor to Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif, has said that the way Pakistan is governed could explain its nexus with North Korea. Haqqani wrote, and I quote, "Pakistan is governed in a secretive manner, with its intelligence services and military running off affairs in spheres of international concern. Even when the civilians are in charge of government, security policy remains largely in the military's hands." What I'm getting at is this: Pakistan and North Korea go back a long way. So what's the guarantee that Pakistan will not turn to North Korea again? I want to leave you with this thought. If reports are to be believed, Pakistan may want to tap North Korea for submarine-launched ballistic missile technology and hypersonic missiles. Pakistan has neither, but North Korea has both. So, will it be back to the future for Pakistan and North Korea? Well, as they say, watch this space.